Alright, here we go. I'm going to be reacting to the very first 1940s Superman cartoon. There was like Art Fleischer or whatever, did a bunch of iconic. I'd never heard of these, but I just recently was watching some behind the scenes stuff that talked about this. The first ever Superman cartoons, apparently they're iconic, they're classics. This particular one, the first one, is considered one of the 50 greatest cartoons ever. So I'm sure you can find this is Superman and Mad Scientist or something like that. So I'm sure you can find it anywhere. But I'm trying this as a full reaction because this is a public domain piece, so I should be able to just react to it right online, full in screen with audio. People always, somebody said this recently about Bleach. Hey, if you start adding audio to these videos, then you'll get more views. Like, do you know what a full reaction is? A full reaction is there's no audio, man. That's the whole goddamn point. Like, we're trying to avoid the copyright here. So if we do the audio, we can't, we get copyright struck, you never see it. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. But this is public domain. I should be able to just watch the whole thing in video on YouTube. We'll see. We will see. But, we'll give it a shot. Oh, the audio's kind of low, which is probably for the best, I guess. For me not getting copyright struck, right? Max Fleischer. I guess that makes more sense. Art Fleischer is somebody else, I think. Siegel and Schuster, boy, did they get screwed out of the royalties and shit.
In the endless reaches of the universe, there once existed a planet known as Krypton, a planet that burned like a green star in the
I guess we didn't know back in the 40s, did we?
Their civilization was far advanced,
Wait.
and it brought forth a race of supermen.
The entire planet was green?
Powers were developed to the absolute peak of human perfection.
I thought it was just green after you blow it up.
There came a day when giant quakes threatened to destroy Krypton forever. One of the planet's leading scientists, sensing the approach of doom, placed his infant son in a small rocket ship and sent it hurtling in the direction of the Earth just as Krypton exploded.
It definitely looked like it's hurtling. And I guess that's what a planet that blows up looks like. Okay. We're in the 40s, everybody.
On Earth with its precious burden, Krypton's sole survivor.
This guy has...
motorist found the uninjured child
if there was ever...
and took it to an orphanage. As the years went by,
I thought the kids
maturity, he found himself possessed of amazing physical powers. Faster than a speeding bullet.
Back here, he was just from an orphanage,
more powerful than a locomotive.
Hey, man, locomotives are damn powerful.
Tall buildings at a single bound.
Tall buildings are definitely tall.
Is now the man of steel.
Yeah, look at him. He's kind of top heavy, but we'll take it.
His amazing powers in a never-ending battle for true justice. Superman has assumed the skies of
hey, not the American way. What the hell?
Reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper.
A great metropolitan newspaper. Do we even know about Metropolis yet? This is going to be interesting to see who's here and who isn't.
I want to see you. Just received another threatening note.
Okay, Mr. White.
Lois, another note from the Mad Scientist.
Coming in, Chief.
You could have just walked over and talked to us in our office.
Now listen to this one.
But they had to use the newfangled technology.
Strike tonight. Beware, you fools. My electrothanasia ray strikes tonight.
Sounds like bullshit.
Total destruction.
Electro-euthanasia? What the hell, man? That's not real.
Heed my warning. Beware, I strike at midnight.
I like his little ink spots. He's an incompetent writer.
Kent, you help Lois follow up her
Unless
lead.
that's his paw print.
She may have an angle on this thing.
Hey, Kent, you want to open your eyes? I'm talking to you, man.
I'd like the chance to crack the story on my own.
Damn.
Well,
Do you remember Lois Lane being hideous looking?
But Lois.
Not the point, but I'm just saying.
Chief, don't you think that's a dangerous mission?
They got paid the equivalent of $1 million per episode, by the way. This is good animation for the time period, by the way. So you can see that they use the money. Wait, Lois can fly a plane? Most people today can't fly a plane. That's pretty damn impressive. Something's never changed throughout the decades, though. Lois be nosy as hell. Okay. Evil people have the birds on their shoulder, I guess. Look, that bird is evil as hell, man. Jesus. I mean, all birds are evil, but, you know, that's right. Get on my shoulder. That's where you belong. Year 2000. That's how much power we need. The year 2000. Look at that. I think I've seen this GIF before. That bird's creepy as hell. He's into it, man. Say, let me go out there and shoot Lois down. Oh, he's just a snitch bird. Okay. You know, birds are nature's snitch. I've noticed this a long time. Of all the animals in the world, birds be snitching the most. Trying to sneak through the forest and they start calling out and shit. The rooster be snitching that the sun is up. Shut the hell up. We'll find out these things on our own. Now he's snitching about the air attack. Shouldn't a mad scientist have minions? I mean, besides stupid birds? You know, at least she parked right in front. Look at him, he's got them shifty eyes, man. Hey, that's why you need the bird. You need the bird or you can't get the door open. Okay, I see you. You got smashed. So, Lois Lane is a professional victim. Hey, man, thanks. That bird's got his back. I wasn't expecting bird sentience in this cartoon, I gotta admit. They love those shadows. The Looney Tunes used to do that shit too.
I'll give you the greatest story of destruction the world has ever known.
You kind of sound like the narrator, but evil. Yeah, shut up, bird. Boy, he's the ultimate yes man. We got the yes bird out here. Alright, year 3000. Now we're really talking. My orgasmic ray is about to hit, boy. No bridge is safe from orgasm? Oh, shit. Okay, it's a little different than what I thought.
How is that for a story, Miss Lane?
So you destroyed a bridge? What exactly is that going to do for you?
True to his threat, the mad scientist, whose warnings have held the city in a grip of terror, went on his...
Well, I guess it's just random terrorism, okay.
Stroke of midnight. The deadly impact of his mysterious ray smashed the famous Tower Bridge, hurling cars and pedestrians into the river below. The police have warned everyone to remain in their homes.
This looks like a job for Superman.
Yes, it does. I wonder if that's the first time that was ever uttered. It's probably in the comics, right? Hey, why turn the light on if we can see your shadow, man? Also, shouldn't you be faster than that? The music going crazy, man. He's sneaking around and shit. I've never seen Superman be so sneaky. I mean, if somebody sees him, they're going to see him. It don't matter if you hunch up, man. They saw your ass. You got synced. Well, shit. Yeah. He's just in it for the lulls, I guess. I'm going to watch a video at some point because they talk about how the Last of Us, the buildings are leaned over on each other. Is that possible? No. As an architectural student, I can tell you no, that's not possible. That's what we're seeing here too, man. Look at it. He's wobbly as hell. Get your ass back up here. Yeah, because pulling at the top is going to move the entire 500,000 ton building or whatever it is. I have no idea how much a building weighs, but that top piece is not moving that heavy ass building. It would snap because that's the way physics works. I know it's a Superman cartoon, but goddamn, man. The ray's bullshit anyway. I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. When you have bullshit technology, you got to make the shit around that bullshit technology realistic. Then it all feels realistic, right? We'll give you this. We'll give you this bullshit orgasm ray. Like, he's punching the energy. Fantastic. Oh, he's getting his ass kicked, man. Dude, the ray is too powerful, man. The power of orgasms is just too strong. No, I'm going to punch it. That's it. There we go. We'll give you the bullshit ray, but the rest of this shit has to make sense so that we can buy it, right? You get one ask as a filmmaker or a storyteller. One ask. You know, we'll give you one thing. We're not going to give you 12 things. So that's where I come in on that. You know. That's right. You should have worked on hair growth technology and you'd have been alright. Instead, look, your ass going to jail. Unless Superman kills you like he did, like we saw in the, with that plane, right? Tear this shit down. This entire building's illegal. I'm destroying it. You know you got a professional victim down here. You need to take care of her. What was the scientist's plans with Lois? He's got her tied up and gagged. I assume after he committed all the atrocities, that's right, get that bird. He would have just left her or released her, because then it would have been over. Nobody could stop him, and probably would have had her write a story about how evil he was, right? So yeah, he's probably gonna let her live. Now that I think about it, so she wasn't in much danger, other than temporary loss of freedom. That's my read on the situation anyway. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, you got to remember this is 1941. Yeah, that's right. Get your ass in jail. He just throws you in jail. Did you read him his rights? Story by Lois Lane. Superman vanishes. Public still mystified. What the hell's that?
Great scoop.
Yes, Chief. Thanks to Superman.
Yeah. You don't need to wink at us. What a piece of shit. Glory hound. Why did Superman vanish? The hell was that about? That was weird. Because I'd be having habitually, they show a newspaper, I'm reading all the headlines, not just the relevant ones, right? And the one on the left talked about Superman vanished. So let me see exactly what it says. Superman vanishes, public still mystified. Oh, Superman's identity still a mystery. Okay, so I guess that's important. Story by Lois Lane. Superman overpowers mad scientists and saves city from destruction. Here's the thing. The mad scientist can't fight. He overpowered the mad scientist's bullshit beam. But once it got to, Superman versus mad scientist, I mean, he can use one pinky. He's got that son of a bitch. So, but hey, 1941, pretty impressive. I'm not sure I would call it one of the 50 greatest cartoons of all time, because here's the thing, man. If you're talking about groundbreaking, set the tone, inspired generations of animation, it did all those things, right? Like it inspired generations of fabulous Hall of Fame animators. Watched this as a kid, wanted to become animators themselves, created iconic, classic, awesome cartoons. But we build upon things, right? This is in the Hall of Fame. Would I consider it now with all the cartoons we've had and all the history of entertainment? This one of the 50 greatest? No, we don't do it on nostalgia, and we don't do it on groundbreaking and iconic and old. Just because you're old and you did it first don't mean you're the 50th best, right? So I don't think it's one of the 50th best. But it belongs in the Hall of Fame. It is great, especially for the time period.